Listeners to Film Buffs Anonymous, my name is Eddie.
And I'm Chema.
And we're the FBA, no film will be safe, you know who we are.
Yeah.
And this is a special episode for us today.
A little special episode, since it's Halloween this Saturday, and we failed to coordinate on costumes, we decided to
owed you something.
we decided to just bring you our top 5 favorite films for Halloween.
Yes, Halloween. I'll go top 5 Halloween themed films.
Yeah. It was. We just did the list. Like I did it right now. And should we do honorable mentions? Just.
I have no honorable. Yes. Yeah. I think we should, just because I need to add some credibility to my list.
All right. My only honorable mention will be The Nightmare Before Christmas, just because I never know if to place this as a Christmas film or a Halloween film. I do love it, but I think that deserves to be on its own list.
Cockle fucking doodly doo. Guess what's my number 5?
Nice. Okay.
So my number 5, I have no honorable mentions. Not because there are no honorable mentions, just because I failed to make that list.
What a great transition.
Yeah, it's actually wow. That was actually out of cockle fucking doodly doo.
All right, go.
So my number 5 is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I categorize it as a Halloween movie because it's like 70% Halloween. So that's why I categorize it as a Halloween movie. I mean, the main character is a fucking skeleton Slender Man crossover. Actually, what would you call Jack Skellington? I would say he's a Slender Man has sex with a corpse.
I would say that he's the skeleton of Snoop Dogg.
He's not that cool.
Yeah, but
I mean, no, he's cooler than Snoop Dogg.
I meant like
thinness.
Like thinness. Yeah,
that's true. That's a fair statement.
Okay.
Yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Not directed by Tim Burton. I mean, not directed by is it Tim Burton that they always give credit to.
Directed by Henry Selick.
Yes.
Who also directed Coraline.
But I want to make it very clear, Tim Burton did not direct this film, although a lot of people give him credit for it.
Yeah.
He did.
It's just because it's his story.
Yeah.
But that's an understatement.
Yeah.
Right.
One of my favorite parts about this, and the reason that this movie still sticks with me, is I actually have the This Is Halloween.
Yeah.
By
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I play it on my playlist when I go for a run or when I go to work out.
That is a weird song to have in your playlist, on your workout playlist.
No, dude, it's a badass metal song to work out to. Or if you're playing Call of Duty.
That's nice.
It's awesome.
All right.
Well,
my number 5 is Scream 4.
Is that the last one that came out?
Yes.
Oh.
The thing that I really like about Scream 4 is that it rewrote a series of films that were already like trying to rewrite horror films as they are. Because Scream, at least the first one, whether you want to see it or not, it is kind of a serious parody of the slasher genre. And Scream 4 rewrote that. And when you rewrite the rewrite, dude, you went the extra line. Plus the performances in it are great. I love Hayden Panettiere, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Hayden Panettiere?
I love Hayden Panettiere. She's just awesome in this role. I love her role in this. Plus you get to see Courtney Cox and David Arquette come back. I think it's just a great twist to an already twist franchise. And I love this movie.
Fun fact, what's that fact? This was actually Wes Craven's last film he ever directed before he passed away this year.
Yeah.
So thank you, Wes Craven.
We'll miss you, Wes.
You went out on a high note.
Yeah. So that's my number 5.
My number 4 would actually be fucking doodly doo again. Scream, the original Scream.
Alright.
I feel like 4 was good,
Yeah.
3 was horrible, 2 did its best,
Yeah.
but you can't beat the original Scream because it really did. If you're like me, Jason doesn't scare you, Freddy doesn't scare you, Chucky doesn't scare you. The monsters, like those, don't scare me. Most people,
Yeah.
I think, because I think our mentality is, all right, we can put up a better fight than that because the genre's been around for so long, they lost all their tricks.
Yeah.
So what does Scream do? They flip every trick they have left in the book. I mean, as you said, they rewrote horror and what it's supposed to be and what it can be.
Yeah.
You know, and it was very self-aware. It was almost like
almost like a scary movie. Yeah.
Yeah, like it was like a parody of it.
Yeah, but like a serious parody.
Yeah, a really fucking serious parody.
Yeah, and so much that it became a classic. I mean,
Yeah,
what can you say that a parody becomes a classic? Yeah.
I would argue the only other parody I can think of would probably be Scream, the original.
Yeah.
Or Airplane.
Well, yeah, I was actually going to mention Airplane. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, my number 4 was Scream.
Alright. My number 4 is maybe not so much a horror, but it's a psychological thriller. And it's it's when we discovered a very famous actor right now, and that movie is Donnie Darko. I love this film. It was probably the first like movie that fucked up my mind. Like I saw it and I was like, what the hell? I need to like see theories online about it. Like that is the thing that made me start to think about that. Plus, Jake Gyllenhaal is just great in this. I think this is even as young as he was, I think his performance in this still stands out. Plus, that image of Frank the bunny, it just like it fucks with you, man. That's an iconic image too. And there's just not a lot to say. If you haven't seen this, please see it. It's one of the it's just a great film. What is it?
Frank the Bunny.
Yeah. Oh.
Ugly motherfucker. Ugly motherfucker number 5.
Ugly motherfucker number 5. And that
what
is
was number 4?
You.
No, was that you?
I think it was me.
Yeah. that video has a lot of views actually. I think just because that one part, people were like, guys, come watch this.
That's my number 4.
Watch the intern review. That video is hilarious. My number 3 is a good old fashioned throwdown. Freddy versus Jason.
Ooh, nice. Also honorable mention, Freddy versus Jason.
So Freddy versus Jason, a good old fashioned throwdown between two monsters. Because again, like I said before, if you're like me, these guys don't scare you. Freddy doesn't scare me. Jason doesn't scare me. Michael Myers doesn't scare me. None of them do. Because to me, it's like you can put up a fight, you can win in a brawl. Like if you fight hard enough.
Yeah.
What scares me about them, I mean, what this movie is so good at is it takes two honest-to-God icons and pits them against each other in a good old-fashioned brawl.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. I wish they would do a sequel. The only film I want to see more than this, I have 2 suggestions for films. Make them. Michael Myers versus Jason, which I think that's the one everyone wants to see. Freddy is like backup.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to see Michael Myers versus Jason. That's like Rock versus Hulk Hogan. That's the matchup people actually want to watch.
All right.
The other one is the Battle of the Midgets. I'm sorry, little people. Leprechaun versus Chucky.
I would love to see that film.
Right, and it was actually going to be made twice, but both times funding fell through.
Shit.
Damn it.
My number 3 is a very recent film. Like it came out like 2 or 3 years ago, and it scared the shit out of me. And it's been so many years since a movie actually scared the shit out of me. And that movie is The Conjuring. This is a smart, very well put together film, and because I think we got saturated with too many like found footage films, in order to make it horror. And this movie actually like it takes it in for like a second, but it also manages to get like a good story. It manages to like not be very stereotypical. The horror in it's great. It leaves an impression. And I was not a big fan of Annabelle, but I think The Conjuring was just it's great. It's just I think that film is to our generation what The Exorcist was to like that first generation of horror. So I really like it, and I can't wait for the sequel.
One honorable mention, I guess I need to have.
The Exorcist?
Yeah, The Exorcist is necessary, but I would like for it to go on record saying that I think The Exorcist may be a little bit overrated.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching nothing but fucking documentaries about how scary it is and how terrifying it is. I finally was forced to watch it when we had that film class.
Yes.
Really underrated, man.
Really
overrated.
Here's the thing. I think partly it's a nostalgia, and partly I think that the night before seeing the Exorcist on that day, I saw The Conjuring for the first time.
Oh, so I was like, this is nothing.
So at that point I was like, weird girl, whatever. So yeah.
Although it is disturbing, but it's not.
Like I think it's a film that can be appreciated a lot, and I think it stands out for a reason, but maybe just a little bit overrated. But then again, I do think The Conjuring is a little bit overrated too.
Oh, what about the? Another one mentioned Saw.
Yeah.
I think
Saw.
Saw deserves it. Saw kind of started gore porn.
Yeah.
But it was a good foot to start on.
Yeah.
Saw did it right. It didn't overdo it. The guy had to smash his foot. The guy had to cut off his leg. Whatnot. Like they didn't.
It was a smart concept that was sadly way overdone too much.
By like the third, I can appreciate the original trilogy.
Yeah.
I can appreciate the original trilogy, but by the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, and
by the 7th, you killed the lead singer of Linkin Park in front of my face. What the fuck is your problem, man?
I saw. Okay, mini story real quick. I saw that movie actually on at the flea market. I saw that one scene.
Yeah.
And they were playing it because they had the illegal copies. And they were playing it on the TV to show how good it looked.
Yeah.
And I saw that one part where he's in the car and I'm just like, that guy from Lincoln Park? No. And I left. And I didn't believe it. And now,
Yeah, it was
him. Oh, another honorable mention real quick.
We're all over the place in this one.
Yeah. One more honorable mention would probably be Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
The original?
The original. And let me tell you
Would
why.
you believe me if I told you that I haven't seen it?
I would believe you because I've only seen it once.
Okay.
But I'll say this is the only reason I deserve an honorable mention. There's one pivotal scene, spoiler alert, where if you've seen the Jessica Alba one, you kind of know what I'm talking about. Where she's strapped into a chair and they're all gonna have dinner and they're eating people, right?
Yeah.
Well, the grandpa wants something to drink. This is in the original. So the original idea was that the guy who plays Leatherface goes, cuts open the girl's finger, squirts out her blood into a cup, which they had a little pipe there, and gives it to the guy, which was supposed to be like really thick Kool-Aid. The thing is, they filmed this movie in 110-degree weather in Texas, in a house, all stuffy, where everything was taped off so it could look like it was still nighttime. All that sweat's real, because that's in the middle of the summer in Texas.
Yeah.
And the guy under the Leatherface thing was dying of heat stroke. So after about 10 tries, they couldn't get the take right. He finally just said, you know what? Fuck the special effects. And he actually cut open her finger for real.
What the shit?
Yeah, those screams, when she screamed because he cut her finger, that's not acting. She deserves an Oscar. Those are real cut. That's real blood. He's squirting into the cup. And the guy didn't know. He just thought, wow, the special effects really got it right. And he drank her blood.
Holy shit. Eat your heart out, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, she was kind of forced because she really was tied up. She was like,
what the fuck is she? God damn.
It was real.
Yeah.
It was real.
I mean, damn.
Right?
I mean, first of all, we live in Texas. We know the fucking heat.
Yeah, if you live in New York, it's 90, it's so hot. No, bitch. We walk in 110-degree weather on a daily basis for funsies. So calm the fuck down.
Just for funsies, really.
Yeah, and so imagine being in a stuffy house, taped up, undergarment, like you're like 3 layers thick of clothes in a big hot house with taped up plastic. Jesus.
Damn it.
Damn.
Okay, we are all over the place. Back to the list. Yeah.
That was an interesting story.
Yeah, it was. But back to the list.
Okay, my number 2 would be Annabelle.
Oh, nice.
Annabelle, I really loved it when I went to go watch it with friends. It actually scared me. I make sure I try to be my toughest around my friends, but there's one scene, spoiler.
The elevator, let me guess, the elevator scene.
Huh?
Let me guess, the elevator scene.
No,
the scene in the church.
Church.
There you go.
Yeah, when the priest gets pulled back, my body physically did this. In the theater.
Here's the thing. That scene was so scary because you didn't know, because it was in a church.
You're safe.
Like, you see the church, you're safe. No, bitch. Like, no, not even.
Yeah,
that sucks, dude.
I mean, they upped the ante. You saw the devil, and one of the big things I really liked about it, they did 2 things on another level. One thing was
the baby scene.
No. Well, I'll get to that. The devil showed up in the middle of the day. You never see that. No movie has the balls to put the devil on display in the middle of sunlight, holding the doll. Like, that shit was insane.
Yeah.
Insane. And then the baby scene where you thought she killed her own baby, I was like, no fucking way. This will be the shittiest movie I've ever seen if that baby's dead. No way, no fucking way. No.
And then thank God it was just a doll.
Yeah, no, dude. For about 5 seconds, I died on the inside.
Oh, yeah, I was like, my heart stopped in that scene.
Yeah, I was like, no. If you think about that, what great use of a pregnant woman, because when she gets stabbed early in the movie, when they get attacked, you're like, no!
Yeah.
When the fire happens and she falls on her stomach, you're like, no!
It's a crazy ass.
When you think she kills her own daughter, no! Like, it tortures you emotionally.
Yeah.
It kills you, it plays with your morals, because babies are innocent.
Yeah.
You're number 2.
Okay, we're gonna go to my number 2. My number 2 is a movie that came out last year, and I've talked about this movie 100 times in this show.
Fault in Our Stars?
That's not a horror movie.
It could depend. Well,
I mean, it could be if you're a parent, I guess.
Yeah.
But okay, no, that movie is The Babadook.
Really? That's your number 1?
That's my number 2.
Oh, number 2.
That's my number 2. What I like about The Babadook is that more than a horror film, it's just such great original storytelling. Like it's a fantastic tour de force into grief, into letting go, and into accepting life and dealing with it. And we've seen that those two things packaged in rom-coms or in dramas, but never in a horror film. And I love that about the Babadook, that it manages to create this great atmosphere. This great atmosphere with these two characters and the relationship and how they deal with it, and the metaphors in this. It's just such a smart, great film. Even I think this is a film that I can recommend even to people who don't like horror films. I think people just like pop this one in. It's smart. It's great. It's the Babadook.
I think I watched it with idiots then because I didn't get any of that grief stuff.
Really? It was okay. The main thing, you know spoilers, but like at the end, you know how the monster doesn't leave; it stays there.
Yeah.
It's grief. It's a matter for grief that death and death and sadness. It's still there. You just have to find a way to live with it.
Yeah.
Like it's not rocket science. It's just it's simple, and that's what I like about it.
Also, the Babadook might be. It's actually really controversial because it made me want to punch a kid so hard in the face. I wanted. I mean, that one scene when he's in the back of the car.
He's like having his
seizure. Punch the
First time I watched it, I thought the same thing. Then I watched it with a couple of friends, and I said that kid is pissing me off. And they said, no, he loves his mom.
No, the second half he loves his mom. The first half he's the whiny little shit.
Well, have you ever met like a 7-year-old kid?
Yes, I have a nephew.
Well, with all the respect, they're all whiny little shits. What do you expect?
Oh, I just want to. God damn it! If she had thrown that kid out of the car at one point, I would have been like, "That's okay. That's okay."
Too much controversy in this show. Too deep. We're going too deep.
You know what? That movie did have one hilarious scene though. You know what's
was when he pushes the cousin out of the little playhouse?
Oh no!
Because that fall looks so fake. It's so funny.
No, the part I was thinking about when she's taking care of some personal business and she walks. That scene made us laugh so hard.
This show is officially rated R.
Yes. Just like my final movie, The Conjuring.
Oh, nice.
Cockle fucking doodle doo. You're number 3.
Yeah.
The Conjuring is to me it looked at The Exorcist, looked it in the eye and said, "What you got?" Because it improved on everything. It played on so much. It's a great movie. It had the creepy doll of Chucky, the scary like visuals of The Exorcist at some degree, the pop-up scares that you wanted to see, supernatural. You had demonologists trying to fight this thing. It was so much to it. Even the Exorcist scene. The thing is, when you tend to get to a money shot, that's when it stops being scary.
Yeah.
Like the scene when she's being raised up when they're doing the exorcism in the basement, and she rises up from the chair and she's like, bah! And it just like covers the bag in blood. Like that's like, oh fuck, it got real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so damn good. So much. I want them to do an honest trailer on it. Honestly. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I can't believe they didn't know Halloween inside out. I mean, Halloween honest trailer.
Well, Halloween is still like maybe next week. Alright, my number 1 is maybe not so much a movie that would scare you, but it's definitely what I consider the ultimate Halloween film. And that movie is The Cabin in the Woods.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the thing. What I love about Cabin in the Woods is that first of all, it's making fun of. It's like a love-hate letter to every single trope and joke and bad thing that has been done in horror films for years. This is a movie that I almost don't want to talk about because the twist in these films are too good that if you haven't seen it, just please stop and go watch it because it is so interesting, so original. Josh Whedon wrote it, Drew Goddard directed it, and I think that both of them make a fantastic team on this, how they play on tropes, how they play on stereotypes. It was like Scream squared, like it went out there, and same with the Babadook. That metaphor at the end was so original and so great that this is just a great film. Maybe not so much a scary film, but it's definitely a film that if you're a horror lover, you have to see this film. It's excellent. So that's my number 1.
You know what's one of the monsters in there?
Don't spoil it.
Okay, fine. Alright, well, here, one fun fact. Joss Whedon And Drew Goddard wrote the script in just 3 days.
Those motherfuckers are great. I love them. I love Josh Whedon. He's like one of my favorite people working right now.
Oh, I'm trying to find some.
Have you seen it?
No, I've seen it. I'm just trying to find some spoiler. Okay, here's one that's not that bad of a spoiler. The body count is 69. So there's some fun facts for Kevin in the Woods.
Alright.
By the way, I love the part where Thor dies. Fuck you, 8-pack abs. Fuck you, your abs can protect you from everything.
That was a great scene.
Yeah, I love this. Because he looks at her, he's like,
yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, the Cabin in the Woods is just such a great film. So that was our top 5 favorite films for Halloween.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut up here and start the actual show now. Happy Halloween, everyone, and we'll see you on the next week.
Don't forget to check your candy, kids.
Don't forget to check your candy for kids.